Hello, Professor Amy. This is Nikita Babanov, and this is my video submission for the Module 6 assessment. I have my sheet that I did from the chart in the book. I printed out. That'll help me with this assignment, and I'll have a little table that I made. Okay, so the 4 exercises that I decided to choose will be push-up, chin-up, bench press, and a lat pull. And I'll be going through what planes of motion the movement is going through, the muscle, and the contractions of each muscle. Okay, so let's start with the push-up. So for push-up, when we start down here, the first movement that we'll be doing is the elbow extension. So we extend. And what we do in order to extend like this, we concentrically contract the triceps brachii. So there we pushed off. Now we're at the top, and the second phase, lowering, we are eccentrically contracting the triceps brachii to control our descent, and that's the exercise. And the planes of motion, I would say, I feel it's a sagittal plane. The sagittal because it would be frontal if it was, the push-up was basically like this. But it's not like this. The joint is moving in the sagittal plane, I feel, is the most accurate. Okay, so movement, muscle, and plane, and then contraction of each muscle. I did that, and why I selected it, well, this is an exercise. These exercises are ones that I used to do a lot, especially for arm wrestling. When I was, watching it and I was interested, strengthening the arm, the triceps, the biceps, and all the surrounding, like the brachioradialis, for example, especially in the chin up. So the next one will be the chin up, and we're doing. So we start extended fully. I like to do it like this. So supinated. We start like this. We are full extended, and then we concentrically contract the biceps brachii to pull ourselves up. So that's concentric contraction in the sagittal plane, because this one's way more obvious even, because it's right in front of us, and where the joint is moving. Like you can see it when it's moving. It's moving in the sagittal plane. So we concentrically contracted the biceps brachii to get to the top. And not just the biceps brachii. There is also brachioradialis, which is concentrically contracting, and the brachialis. Concentrically contracting. So those three are helping me get up like this. And then, we got up. And then when I lower, we eccentrically contract those three. The biceps, brachii, the brachioradialis, and the brachialis. In the muscles of motion, not everything was included, but I felt when I was pulling up, I felt them being used in this way. So I put those three in there. So that'll be elbow extension when we're lowering ourselves from up here. So first we elbow flexion, elbow extension, all in the sagittal plane. And for the elbow extension, when we are lowering ourselves, that is eccentric. All those muscles are eccentric. But I'm just repeating myself. I already said that. Okay, so next one is going to be the bench press. So just similar to the push-up. We're just on our back, but we're still, our first movement is elbow extension. So we're down here, or down here. We're going to pretend like I'm holding. And then we push. So that's elbow extension, and we're using the triceps brachii to do that. I'll just call them the triceps from now on, so it's more simple. the triceps to do that, and then that is in the sagittal plane. Then when we're at the top, we lower, and we're eccentrically contracting the biceps brachii. No, not the biceps brachii, the triceps brachii. The both of these, this is all triceps brachii, to control the descent. So we're descending, and it's controlling. Otherwise it would just fall. I guess it's possible to not use the triceps to descend, but it would just fall onto us. Contractions of each muscle, I went through that. The movement in the plane at sagittal again, just like because the joint is moving in the sagittal plane. I try to think about the other planes, but I think it's the sagittal plane. If I imagine all the movements in like it would have to be basically completely like this when we're on our back or on our stomach, when we're prone or supine, I think, right? It would have to be with no turning this way to be completely in the front, just in the frontal plane. So this is sagittal. That's my reasoning. The next one, I think that is the last one. So I did push up, chin up, bench press, so the lat pull. Lat pull. Now I'll do the supinated lat pull. So the lat pull, we start full extended. So to bring it down to flex our elbow joint to its full flexion, we have to use the triceps and contract it, the triceps brachii. No, I'm sorry, the biceps. I'm confusing both of them. Let me look at my chart. So it's brachioradialis concentrically contracting the brachialis and the biceps brachii in order for us to bring the lat pull like this. So those are all concentric and all in the sagittal plane. That was elbow flexion. Elbow flexion. Let's see. Then obviously to let it go, we're controlling it with those same muscles again, with the biceps brachii, the brachialis and brachioradialis. When I speak quickly, it's easy for me to mix those up sometimes. But all those three, I feel like all three of them are used in eccentrically when we're releasing it back up. Okay, I think that's all of them. I've selected these because they're the ones I really love to do, and they're all kind of tied into each other. They're kind of similar. There's a lot of pushing and pulling, and I feel like I know the stretches well for them because in the last assignment I was demonstrating some, like the doorway stretch for the pec, for example, that is used so much in those push-ups and bench press. And for the elbow, like what I usually stretch is like this, for example. I've been doing physical therapy for that. So this assignment is very interesting because I feel like I can incorporate it into the final project. Let me just double check that I did not forget anything on this video. I basically just included everything in the extra credits in this document. Yeah, the screenshots. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for listening.